Hello, my name is Dwayne Davis. I will be wrapping my final IDS project up by interviewing Coach Jareem Dow. I'm gonna ask the question how the impact and influence on coaches have on their student athletes. First question: what made you decide to get in coaching profession, and how long have you been doing it?
What made me decide to get in coaching profession basically is my junior college coach at Cecil Community College. I played for him, and he taught me how to be more than just a basketball player and be successful. Then I went on to my 4 year institution where my senior year I felt like coaching wasn't good, so it was kind of like having the best of both worlds. I had a really, really good coach in junior college, then I went to a 4 year school. I didn't have a good coach. So I figured if I could be like my junior college coach and be a positive influence on kids, I want to do that. And I felt like if I got into coaching, I could take a guy's spot like the guy that was coaching me at the time at UMS and, get him out of coaching. But I've been doing it for 8 years now, and I love it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate the level of influence a coach has on the life of their student athlete?
It depends. It could be a one, and when I say a one, it could be both the kid and uh, and the coach's fault. Why it's a one, meaning the worst case scenario where a kid has no discipline, he doesn't listen to his coach doesn't really have a backbone where he can demand discipline and respect from his players. So therefore, it really ain't no influence. The players will be running the team, and that can cause disaster. And it could be a 10 where you have a coach that's demanding, that's disciplined, like a Coach Tyndall, and coaching Dwayne Davis. And, it could change a guy's life full circle like yourself. And, you know, the best of the best that can happen is a guy possibly getting to the NBA like yourself. And if a guy like Coach Tyndall and that staff wasn't caring beyond basketball, you know, I don't know if you, Dwayne Davis, would be having a shot at possibly playing the NBA. So that's the 10 scale right there as far as being influenced on a kid, especially when the kid buys in like you did. So once you buy in and the coach buys in and you buy into the system, the sky's the limit.
What is your opinion on the altercation that took place at Rutgers?
Ooh, I understand his tactics as far as trying to motivate guys. There's so many different ways to motivate players: yelling, screaming, saying some not so nice stuff. Don't agree with the gay slurs because that's no that it has no room for that in life, in sports, in the environment, work world, and uh, besides the gay slurs and some of the language he was using, and the biggest problem besides the gay slurs is putting his hands on players. You don't do that. But to each his own, and as I was always taught at a young age, you learn from another man's mistake. And I've never done that, and I'm never going to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think the events that happen at Rutgers will have a long time effect on those athletes? Like why or why not?
Yeah, it could have a long term effect, depending on the individual, on their background. Some guys might be dramatized from it, some guys might be stereotyped from it. The coaching staff will have an effect on them as well. It won't only be the players because now those coaches, when they apply for jobs, that's always going to be on their resume, and everybody's going to remember that that was a big moment in college basketball athletics where that was brought to the forefront, and you know the players wasn't treated fairly. So I think it have a long term effect. And I know one thing: each university is going to take a stand now and make sure that's not happening at their university. So it protects the kids as well, which is most important.
Right. What advice would you give to an up and coming coach based on your experience as a coach?
Hmm. Do it for the love. Don't do it for the money. Um, do it because you care about helping others. You got to be unselfish and understand that if you do what you're supposed to do in due time, you will get what you deserve. Um, and I can say that I started from the bottom. Sound like the Drake song, but I started from the bottom at Cecil Community College, but which was one of my best jobs I ever had in my life because I did so many things to make a living besides just coach basketball, like working registration. Just do whatever it takes to get you that 2.5 hours to coach players, and make them better, and you know, it'll pay off in the long run.
What leader, mentor, or coach has had the greatest impact on your life?
Biggest impact on my life, whew, I would have to say Bill Lewitt from Cecil Community College, because he just showed me if people like you and respect you, they'll do anything for you. Um, Also, my dad. You know, my dad. He's incarcerated now, and he's done some bad stuff in his life, but it's made me a better person. And he always told me don't be like him, so it's made me kind of be, as my family would call me, a nerd. Compared to how my dad upbringing was. But my dad and Coach Lord, those are the two biggest people. Because you got an ultra positive person, and then my dad is not negative, but in society eyes he's negative.
Right.
So I turn that negative into a positive and put them together, and you have me.
All right. Thank you for your time helping me complete the interview. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Good
Yeah.
luck with David Stern.
Thanks.